Hi everybody, welcome to my new series. We'll see if it actually becomes a series beyond just one video about surviving parenthood with ADHD. I haven't talked about this on my channel before now because it's actually a pretty recent development, but I was recently diagnosed with ADHD when I found parenthood to be more difficult than I anticipated. Most people diagnosed with ADHD later in life tend to have other comorbid conditions. Often we get the super mega prize pack of ADHD with related depression and anxiety. Parenting is already hard. Adding a neurodivergent condition along with mental health issues does not help the matter. We add days parenting. For those of us with ADHD, that adds an extra fun little hurdle to our daily routines. And there are things that we can do to mitigate those issues, but there are going to be bad days. And for me, today was one of those. I had an appointment with my psychiatrist to go over the meds that I've been trying since my diagnosis a few months ago, and we had some disagreement about what our next steps should be. Generally speaking, when I feel like I'm not being heard or I feel like I haven't communicated myself properly and I therefore don't get what I'm trying to accomplish, I don't reach whatever goal I'm trying to accomplish, this tends to trigger a lot of stress and anxiety in me. And so today was just, as I call it, it was a bad brain day. And I was in a mood. So today I want to talk about some of the ways that I try to address my bad brain days and things that I do to improve that, or at least try to mitigate some of the negative effects on my family. So some things that worked for me today, they don't work for me every time, but if you find yourself in a situation where you're a pod person that has been taken over and you don't recognize yourself and you don't like the person that you're being around your family, maybe some of the things that helped me can help you. So the first thing I try to do when I'm having one of these days where I am just in a foul mood is I try to do something that I enjoy that allows me to take an internal breather. Ideally, I would have my husband take my son out so I can have the house to myself, quiet, alone time, but that is not always possible. So I try to find things that I can do to allow myself to focus on me for a bit. Sometimes that means breaking little rules that we've made. You know, I don't love putting my kid in front of a screen, but on days like today, I have no shame putting him in front of the television, putting on Storybots, and going into the kitchen to cook and listen to music. That is something I really enjoy. Whatever hobby you have that gives you a moment to take a time out for yourself, I find that that's really helpful. I have certain playlists that really help to improve things. So I have my I'm in a good mood playlist, I have my I have extra energy playlist, and then when I'm feeling really amped up and negative, I have a mellow music playlist. And for me, listening to that playlist helps me mellow out my mood. I like to sing along. And for me, singing, it doesn't matter if it's good or bad, but singing tends to always kind of boost my mood a little bit. That's all I found that helped me today. These things don't always work out completely 100%, you know? So when you're having what I call a bad brain day, sometimes you just need to do what you need to do. You know, we all have rules that we don't want our kids to have too much screen time, and we want to engage with them and we want to play with them and all of those things. But on your really bad days, on your roughest days, give yourself permission to bend the rules a little bit so you can focus on you. Sometimes you just need that reset. So take a time out focus on a hobby for a little bit, listen to some music, meditate. I definitely don't do it as much as I should because of course I don't. You know, we have a tiny, tiny apartment. We have a kitchen. Both of our bedrooms do double duty. Our son's room is also our dining room. Our bedroom is also our living room. So finding solitary time can be impossible. If you have someone else who's watching your child, who can keep an eye on them for 20 minutes, or maybe your co-parent is giving them a bath or something, take 5 minutes, take 10 minutes, take half an hour, whatever you need. Put on some noise canceling headphones and just count your breaths in and out. Do what you need to do to give yourself a quick breather. So I hope you find some of these tips helpful. I plan on making a lot more videos about this because I've realized that there is a serious lack of video content aimed at parents who have ADHD. There are other channels that just address ADHD as a general topic, and they're fantastic. There are some really good ones out there, but there really isn't anything out there that specifically deals with being a mom with ADHD or being a parent with ADHD. So if there is something that you would love to see a video about, or something that you have searched that you can't find video information about, leave a comment down below or find me on Facebook. Link all that stuff down there. And I hope to see you again soon. Bye.